Hey, I'm Brian Van.
I'm Max Van.
And today we're going to recap MotoAmerica SportbikeTrackGear.com Junior Cup Round 1 Road Atlanta. Okay, today's Friday. We got back Monday. What time?
3 or 4 o'clock.
Yep. A minute ago you said that was midday, but everybody knows midday is noon, and it's not 3 or 4 o'clock.
All right, man.
Okay?
Yeah.
Are we good? We're clear on that now. We got a lot of stories from the weekend. It was a ton of fun. One of the first things I want to say is if you're watching this, if you're a fan of racing at all, please support the series. Buy the app. Buy the
MotoAmerica Live Plus app. Yeah.
100%, man. Buy that. It's a great entertainment value. Or better yet, buy that and show up to some of the races.
Yeah.
We gave away 30 tickets last round. I gave those away. That took like 15 minutes to do. People were pretty interested.
Yeah, for sure. And we probably gave away maybe 50 plus t-shirts at the track.
We gave away $1,000 worth of t-shirts.
Something like that. And I probably signed maybe 70 posters too, which is pretty cool.
Crazy.
That was awesome.
Junior Cup kid.
Yeah.
It was awesome to see everyone. You know, we're going to be there with our pit set up at every round. We encourage everyone to come over and say hi. Even if we look busy, we always have time for you guys, because the reality is, without the support of the customers that have shopped with us for the last 16 years, we wouldn't be there.
No, not at all.
100%. And we really appreciate it. So we always have time for everybody. Support the series. Let's bang that message one more time. So let's talk about your results this weekend.
I got 6th and 8th, and I qualified 6th, so I was pretty happy with that.
What was the highlight, dude?
I led the race in race 2 for like 15 seconds.
It wasn't very long.
It wasn't very long.
It wasn't very long.
Where's Tyler? He's back in, look like 7th or 8th place. You can see him on the left-hand side of our screen there on the orange KTM, the only one. And look who's in front of him. Ben Glotty didn't get the best start either. So these guys are all, and they've actually ran back down the leader. So, Greg, we're going to see some drafting right now as they come on the back straightaway. Max Toth, he is right there in 3rd, as is Davis in 4th. So 2 of our non-finishers yesterday are already making an impact on today's race.
Pass for the lead as the 48 will take over. Max Van goes, and it looks like Gus Rodeo in the 96 will take it right back. How wide are they going to go into turn number 10A? We're 5 wide as they get on the brakes, and the 58 looks like is going to sort themselves in, so it's going to be Max Toth.
So when you got out front, I have a vision in my head of what you were thinking, right? Remember one of our favorite movies when you were a kid?
Yeah.
We used to watch it all the time in the motorhome when we were going to the track?
Yeah.
What was it?
Talladega Nights.
You guys remember when Ricky Bobby was getting interviewed after he won his first race? That's what Max was like, I think. That's the vision I have in my head. When he was leading the race, he's like, I don't know what to do with my hands right now. He's just riding the bike. He's like, oh my God, there's no bikes in front of me, dude. What do I do?
Yeah, it's a lot different than leading like a club race, like a weir race, because when you when you lead the weir race, it's not very special. You know, I mean, it's cool, but if you lead a race in MotoAmerica, and you think you're like, holy shit. There's literally 15 of the fastest kids in the U.S. behind me, and you're just like, that's all you can think about, you know? So, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Next time, try to think about other things, like how to stay in front of them, okay?
Yeah, I know.
We're getting closer now, okay? You've led a race, and I just need to figure out how to lead, like, the last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep. I think we're going to get there. You showed a lot of promise this weekend. He's never ridden at Road Atlanta. He goes out in the very first session, and you're P5.
Yeah, P5 and the first practice, which is pretty cool.
In Q1, before the red flag, right?
Yeah, there's a red flag in mid-session. Like literally every session throughout the whole weekend, no matter if it was Junior Cup, Super Sport, anything, there's a red flag every single session.
There was a lot of crashing this weekend.
Yeah, but before the red flag, I was P2. I was battling back and forth with Ben Glotty, and I think Gus Rodeo and Jack Roach, some people like that, you know, just going, having fun. I
kind of lost your rhythm, and then you slipped down to 6th.
Yeah, after the red flag, I was kind of pissed off, honestly, when the red flag happened. I was kind of pissed off when I came in, and I was like, you know what, P2 isn't good enough, I'm going to go for more, and I guess it just didn't work out.
You know, some of the future stars for them as the checker flag comes out. Did you see that?
Blake
coming
Davis.
Across the stripe, Blake Davis on the last lap. Now, again, everybody else still taking that checker, but a 1:42.46, a 10th better than Max Toth.
And you can tell he's out there by himself, too, doing it, you know, alone.
Yep.
So
No, I mean, you're still pretty new to this. Realistically, you know, his experience level is, you know, there's a lot of other dudes that are out there right now that have a lot more experience than you do, and I think people were surprised to even see you where you were.
yeah.
You rode great. These are the best finishes you've ever had at MotoAmerica. I mean, granted, and I do want to rewind one of your comments. The leading a WERA race is not special. I would disagree with that because I've led a few WERA races and I thought it was pretty special.
It is cool, but it's a totally different story when you're leading a professional race.
I don't disagree with that because, you know, the other one's a national. You guys are on TV and stuff. But still, either one is super bitching. I want to make sure we clarify that. So, qualified P6. That's second row. That's pretty sweet. Race 1, you got a really good start.
Yeah, there's a red flag that race too. So race 1, I think I went into turn 1 in P4, which was pretty good. And then after the red flag, I went into, well, before the red flag, I was in the battle for first the whole time. And then there's a red flag, and then after that, there's a restart. So I started, and then I went into turn 1 in P3, which is pretty cool. And I ended up losing touch with the front group, and I was battling with a group of, I think, 2 other riders or 3 other riders, which was cool. And
I think there was 4 of you.
I think 4 in total.
In race 1, there was 4 of you together.
There was Hayden Bicknese, there was Jack Roach, and there was Aiden Tao, all great riders, and it was just a really fun battle.
And the best part, the takeaway that I have from this weekend is leading that race even for a hot second.
Yeah.
That was super bitching, right? You know, because that's a little stepping stone. What happens in the Junior Cup race, you know, unlike any other races, they break apart into groups, you know, and you weren't able to stay with the front group, so you ended up in the second group both times. When I go back to last year, you weren't able to even race with the second group. You ended up behind that.
Yeah, I was always behind the second group.
You were always behind the second group. So this year, you've been in the second group both times, but the most important thing was, when you guys crossed the stripe on the last lap, you were at the front of the second group both times. The first one, I knew you were really going to fight for it. The second one, you, Avery, and Hayden, you guys were swapping back and forth like crazy. That whole race, it was really exciting to watch. You know, what we were able to see there. And I was like, man, I wonder what the kid's going to be able to do with this. And I could tell right away when you came around that last turn, I'm like, oh my God, he did it.
Yeah, but it was just, it's kind of all setting up. Like as soon as I realized, when Hayden or Aiden Thao, when they passed me, I was like, you know what? There's other people behind him, and I'm going to be in a group, and I'm just going to let them pass me, and I'm not really going to waste my time in the last 3 laps of leading and, you know, worrying about, oh, are they going to pass me here? Are they going to pass me here? I'm just going to let them go, and I'm going to catch up. I'm going to draft them, and I'm going to beat them. That's basically it. You know what?
So you finally employed a little strategy.
Timing it, yeah.
You did a great job. I mean, we couldn't ask for any more. 6 is a phenomenal finish. The 8th place, you know, in terms of placement, you know, that doesn't look so good, but you did lead that race for a hot second.
Yep.
And you were at the front of that second group, which was, you know, that's a little victory in itself. And hopefully we can take all these things and keep going throughout the season and just stack on. And I think I see a podium, dude. I think if we both, our whole team works hard, Dave and Jimmy and your mom, and, you know, I'm the one who does all the bike stuff, right? Abby came out and helped too. That was real nice. You know, if we all work hard all season, I think at some point, you know, we're going to be able to get you up there, because I see you getting better every week. That's what I think is going to happen. Every time we go out, I think you're going to get a little bit better.
Yeah, hopefully. That's the goal. That should always be the goal.
So much fun being there too. I got to tell you, you know, in this world that we live in right now that appears to be run by clowns, like it's almost a clown show. You know, when you go to the racetrack, whether it's a track day or it's a club race or even a MotoAmerica event, you know, when you're in there and you're in that pit and you're with other people that are, everyone's pretty like-minded, right? Very kind people working together, even when you're competing with someone. You know, we actually I helped out 3 other teams, 2 of which the riders, you know, both, you know, did better than you this weekend at the end of the day, right? One was Ben Galati, who gave Ben a couple pair of gloves. You know, he wears 2X gloves like I do, and well, he does too. So we had plenty of gloves. I gave him some of my old gloves, a couple pairs. And then Stoney needed a couple of 415 chains and a sprocket, gave that for Ben too. And then a little bigger ask was my buddy Nobi over at Team Veloce. They needed a set of forks. I had a spare set of forks on our rolling frame over there, and it's a long, convoluted story, but, you know, we let them use the forks to finish off the round so Max Toth could go out there. And it's just cool being there with everyone. You know, it's just as exciting. It was exciting for me when Ben won.
Yeah.
I was pretty pumped.
I was pumped. Like, even though he's my competition, he's like one of my best friends, and of course I'm gonna cheer him on. Like, I was screaming, "Yeah, Ben!" when he was up on the top step, and you know, like, it's upsetting that you're not up there, but you know what? He got the better of you. You know, he beat you. So just congratulate him. You know.
And you know, your buddy David Kolstad too.
Kolstad, my boy David Kolstad,
he got his first podium on Saturday, and you know what? That was exciting too.
Beach, this is something that I've been dreaming of. Literally, I wake up in the middle of the night thinking of this moment, you know, wanting to get to have this feeling and say that I've been here and I've done this. And I know for one sure I'm not done, and I know I want more. And I can't thank everyone enough.
Yeah.
We got a 6, and I remember you and I are, you know, we're up there, we're cheering for David. It's really cool. Obviously cheering for Ben. Ben got his first 2, you know, but I remember the first thing you said is, you know what, I'm really happy for those guys, but I'm pissed off that I'm not up there.
Yeah.
And that's one of the cool things about this sport is that's kind of how all the riders are, you know. It's like you're still cheering for your buddies, right? Even though they got the better of you, you're still happy for them that they got their result. But, you know, you also have the drive and fire to want to be up there. And I think that's something that kind of separates, you know, motorsports from some of the other things that are out there in the world. I loved it. I'm looking forward to going back with the way things are in different places in the world right now. It's like I'd equate being at the racetrack to like Braveheart. It makes me want to take a lot of light blue paint, smear it on my face, put on a kilt, get on a Honda Grom, and ride around screaming freedom. It is actually that awesome. I recommend to everybody, get tickets, come out and participate in the event, whether you're a racer or a spectator. It is just an awesome experience. I applaud MotoAmerica for the job that they are doing. It's evident how we feel about it because we're deeply invested in it with our, you know, sponsorship of the class.
Yeah.
Sorry about putting that target on your back, kid, but it is what it is now. And then taking our kid out there too, and then even helping other riders while we're there. We really believe in this. That's why we're there. That's why our whole family is there, and we'd love to see you there too.